Oh, this sucks.
Atsuover is one of my favorite artists. She's a music artist and animator here on the interwebs, and is most well known for the Friday Night Funkin mod characters Annie and Garcello. I found her a while back in the first FNF mod she made, and ever since then I've gotten to love her content, and she herself is an amazing person who deserves all the love and support. So I decided to make a ranking of each song released by Anne. But before we begin, I want to set some points before there's a damn war zone in the comments. 1. This is all very subjective. Of course my list will be vastly different from what you would normally expect. I'm basing this list on my preferences, which is why I've included the unfinished / instrumental tracks, and not just the ones with full singing. 2. Aside from the unfinished ones, solo tracks will only be included. What this means is I will not be including remixes and tracks created for FNF. So, no Absolute Territory, Pizza Tower, and Rumbleverse. And sadly, no Annie and Garcello. Reason being is that there is way too many. And I just generally lost all interest in FNF a while back. And finally, I don't think any of the songs here are bad. Each of them are enjoyable and unique in their own way. There are just some that don't really grab my interest or don't have too much going for them in my opinion. With all that being said, thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. I'll have Anne's channel linked below of course, and if she's watching this, you're awesome. Alright, let's do this.
I'm still a sucker for Christmas shit. If your list was still relevant, bitch, I'd be naughty.
I feel kinda bad putting this so low on the list, as it is a pretty funny and catchy Christmas song. However, it never really catched my interest, and it being a holiday themed track kinda loses its luster listening to it on any other day. Though the bit of Anne beating the crap out of Santa was pretty funny though. I know this technically counts as an FNF track, but despite it being incredibly short, it's okay I guess. Similar to Wasted, this song could benefit from a longer runtime. However, this one has more potential to it, and I do like the race the clock feel to it. This song has a pretty catchy vibe to it, and it's ranked higher for its extendability, but other than that, it's not too bad. I think of the Womp sound when I hear this version of Artist Lemonade, and I honestly have no idea why, but it's pretty calm and enjoyable overall.
I can't believe this is the way we're going.
Honestly, this is one of the more forgettable tracks, and though the theme, lyrics, and beat are pretty good, Pooptown just never really stood up to me. Unlike Good Enough for Santa, this song still holds up as being a very upbeat instrumental. However, the instrumental tracks above this one are just better, honestly. And this one's alright. When I first listened to the beat of this song, I wasn't too invested, but my interest suddenly peaked as soon as I heard the iconic chip tunes of Atsuover that I grew to love. Kinda makes you wonder how this song would have turned out had it not been corrupted. This song is how I imagine Not So Spooky Halloween Party to be like, but with added polish. The mass use of harmonies makes this beat pop and definitely gives me battle theme vibes, though I wish it became a full solo track.
Hey Mr. Gunman, where you off to now? Are you not sick of staying nights in every town to town?
This song is good. Not a whole lot to say, but Anne's singing here is pretty good, and the nerdcore definitely hits. I really wish this song was a little longer and didn't end so abruptly, because I really do enjoy the vibes of it. And yes, I enjoy this more than 2 full complete tracks. From this point we pass the songs that kinda bore me or don't interest me, and we get into the good songs and ones that I genuinely enjoy. Yes, I am aware that Miss Mediocre is a fan favorite, and don't get me wrong, I really like the beat, and I wish Anne would go back and add vocals. I just think the tracks above it just surpass it on different levels. For me, this song stands out as one of the best from the second wave of unfinished songs by Anne. Honestly, I wish it wasn't scrapped because I really like the theme and the beat of SS Alright. I know this is just an alternate version of Online Oversight, but you'll understand later why it's so high on the list. Besides that, fire beat, dope melody, and Pop's planning to sing over this one day. The best song to come from the second wave, and the most complete. The theme of Anne building a robot to complete tasks without the hindrance of emotion sounds really cool. Overall, this track is such a bop. Boss battle vibes all around. All I can really say for this instrumental is that it is great.
Even if you're not that great, you've got the fire in your heart.
I was debating putting this version above the original because of how villainous it sounds, but of course nothing beats the OG. And singing here is top notch, the piano, mwah, chef's kiss, and the background vocals as well was a nice touch. From here, peak awaits. Pour It Out of Me is such a jam, and the cover by Less Adventures basically multiplies that tenfold. A great song overall.
But clearly I'm not missing you.
Such a relatable, melancholic, and wonderful song. Not gonna lie, it hits me deep every single time I listen to it. And singing here is amazing, and though I prefer the original instrumental, the melody is so good. It gives me 808 and Heartbreaks vibes with an Atsuover touch.
My face, someone take me back to all the times where I could feel okay doing all the things I wanna do.
Another example of Ant's wonderful singing, plus the visuals of the bird in the lyric video make this song even cooler. Something about this version I just love so much more than the complete one. Had Missing You stuck with this take, it would have been boosted higher on the list, but then again, I'm a sucker for instrumentals, so yeah. And now we've reached the top 10. These are tracks I just straight up love from Atsuover. Bird Feeder is just so unique from other solo instrumentals that I just had to include in the top 10. The rhythm, the beat, and of course the little fellow spinning. Love it. This is the first song that pops into my head when I want to jam out to some beats, and that alone is what makes this song noteworthy to me. It's one I constantly go back to whenever I want to listen to Atsuover, and it gives me a smile every time I play it. I love this song a whole lot, and it's honestly a shame it remained unfinished despite its positive message of Anne getting confidence in herself. One thing's for sure is that whenever I listen to this song, it always gives me confidence.
What a sick, twisted way for me to learn what ashes before I burn.
This is the kind of song I'd have going as I'm playing a round of Turf War on Splatoon. Definitely Ant's most hyped track. The freaking beat slaps, her singing makes the whole thing explode with adrenaline, an absolute blast of a song.
I wish I was good enough. I wish I was good enough.
Catchy beat, iconic chorus, and the fact it's Ant's most popular song, Good Enough will always be a banger. I know this track being placed here and not top 5 will incite a riot, but I still agree that Good Enough is peak. And that piano though.
Come on and stir it up, baby. Stir it up, baby.
The silliness and relatability of Artist Lemonade is why it managed to surpass Good Enough for me. Pouring your heart out on an artistic work in the form of a drink just works so well. Love the text-to-speech voice being used as background vocals, and once again, great singing from Ant. And now we've reached the top 5, which is obviously my absolute favorite from Atsuover. I know this song being so high up is shocking to a lot of fans, but something about Somewhere Else always just puts a smile on my face every time I listen to it. The little string plucks, the upbeat rhythm. I love this song, and I don't think I'll ever not love this song.
One day a storm came by and said you died to my Wi-Fi.
Storm is honestly peak Atsuover. The catchy chorus, the oh-ohs in the background, the ending is really sweet. Storm is one of those songs that always puts me in a good mood every time it plays. This is definitely one of those tracks I plan on animating later down the line, and overall, Storm deserves a spot on the top 5.
Second chance and go back in time. I finally make a change, take away all my pain, and that way.
The deepest meaning track that she's created by far, this song hits hard with the themes of depression and imposter syndrome. And singing is absolutely beautiful here, and the beat is slow in such a perfect way that makes the lyrics so much more desolate. This is one of the 3 songs by Anne that I would consider a masterpiece within her discography. Also, the hyperpop cover of this song by Less Adventures is a bop and I highly recommend. the greatest instrumental created by Anne. Say what you want, I love this track. It's nostalgic, calming, and downright such a lovely tune. Although we only had a slight vocal whip back in 2021 for this song, I still hope that One Day Sleepover gets a full vocal cover.
Or I will do it myself, so help me.
So yes, this song is beautiful, top 5.
How could the image on the screen bring these unexpected feelings? Paralyzed and compromised, I turn back time to shield my eyes.
And this is the best song by Atsuover by far. We've all had the experience of finding adult content at an early age, unless you grew up on the internet. This song is incredibly silly, and that's what makes it so enjoyable. The beat is great, Anne's incredible singing, and the meows within the instrumentals are just rah. This song is awesome, deserves the number 1 spot, and managed to get to the top 10 of my favorite songs of all time. Not exaggerating, like it's number 7 actually.